Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello? Hello? Test. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's get the chat. Chat, where are you, chat? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see how long, if this then that, takes to get this up there. Wow, it takes a long time for the chat to load too. What is going on? Pop out. Okay. So I've made a new scene in OBS for this. In theory, this should help with the alpha issue. Nope, didn't change anything, did it? Effect. Crop. No, not a LUT. Not color correction. No, there's nothing here. Shite. Image mask blend. Yeah, it does nothing. Don't know what to do with that. All right, whatever. Okay. I give up. I give up. So. Wait. Where did the... There's the chat. Okay. You can hang out there. And hopefully the volume's correct. I can't... No, it's not based on that. All right, that's fine. I can boost myself a little bit here. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong one. If I... it's causing background noise to come in through. Don't want to do that. All right. Okay. Now it's free and clear. All right, what were we doing? Last time I checked, we were gonna use these up. Maximize the skill gain.
I need to target something first.
Wait, why am I not gaining any skill? That's weird. If it's a training dummy, does it give you less skill? Because I was getting skill like every throw when I was fighting things. Feels like it knows. Oh, Jesus. Just when you think you're safe, you start getting messages. Hey, Shokasan. Just gonna watch a few minutes. Hope you had a nice Songkran. It's a good Songkran, yeah. I stayed home, did nothing. Hey, Speeds. Watch you play WoW for like 3 hours on Saturday. And like not even a dungeon or anything, you're fishing. I love it though, this is WoW. Yeah, it's turtle WoW. That's kind of the whole thing. We are not fake. All our accounts are real. Okay, so I keep getting these messages from people who want to like promote my stuff with their... We have online members who will like... No, they are... We are not fake. All our accounts are real. No, they are not really interested in the thing that we are doing. So they are fake, not real engagement. I have no interest in paying for fake engagement. Thanks. Let's see if they get the hint. Oh, what the fuck? Like, who the F wants fake users? Like... So like it's like, is it that whole fake it till you make it bullshit? Like,
I cannot do that yet.
What's the effing
That
point?
ability is not ready
I
yet.
don't know. But yeah, this is Turtle WoW. Speaking of Turtle WoW, I'm gonna go check the fountain over there. Last time I got this coin, tortoise gold coin. If the left consonant is broken, play on the right one. Eh? There's nothing here. Damn it! Give me the things! Alright, there's nothing here. Am I aiming too high? What am I doing? I've always sort of randomly found it and never really seen an object or anything. Alright, there's nothing there. I'll just assume there's nothing there. Oh, right, the swimming bug. Yes, turtle. Take it slow, enjoy your experience. There's no need to rush.
Not ready yet.
So 250.
Ability is not ready yet.
I have 44 to go. We should hit 250 with the 41.
I cannot do that yet.
I guess we'll see.
Not ready yet.
Hey, Oleg. How you doing? Any form of real money transactions will result in severe actions against all parties involved.
I cannot do that yet.
I am leveling up my skill, yes. I want to get my throwing up to max.
Not ready yet.
I'm thinking about going and grabbing my mace out of the
I cannot do that yet.
bank. Doing that, and then like fist punching the training dummy. I think 50 is a good point to catch up on skills. In theory, I could just wait till I'm 60, but
I cannot do that yet.
I at least want to get these out of my inventory just so that these throwing axes aren't taking up space, because now that I have this sniper rifle of the Tiger that has 3 agility and 4 strength on it, it would be kind of silly to do anything other than have that in my what you call it.
That ability is not ready yet.
It would be silly not to use that. So I'll get rid of these, and then maybe I'll shoot all these arrows, and then I'll go get some bullets. Doesn't look like I'm going to make 250, which is disappointing, but what can you do? You have a 60 human rogue on Turtle? Nice. I don't condone playing human, but... How long does that combat timer last? Maybe I just have to get far enough away. Meh. Alright. Do I have a bow in my bank? I don't know if I do or not. Let's check what's going on here. Okay, we sold those. That's good. Sold that. That's great. Awesome. 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 Shit fuck, shit fuck. Damn it. Yeah, expected. Expected. Alright. It was your friend's account you took over as rogue because he quit? Aww. Why'd he quit? You play Subtlety Dagger PvP spec. Nice. I actually really like Subtlety for the improved sap. This right here. Because being able to knock someone out and then just like walk away in a battleground situation, in any situation, is quite useful. Okay, I can sell this, I guess. Alright, we'll sell that since I have this. Did I have a bow set aside? I have a quiver. Do need to hit 50. Okay. Let's go try to sell things on the auction house again. I forgot I was sitting. Wow, there's a lot of people here today. He had a kid and he just honestly wasn't very good. Wow, we're into it. He was only logging on for leatherworking cooldown. Oh, that reminds me. You're right. I got to do some leatherworking cooldown stuff today. All right, hibernal bracers. Let's see if that's up there. Uh-huh. 1 gold. 98. So it'd be 97.99. But I'm going to do 69 because it's funnier, and sometimes people will just buy it because of that. Stormcloth. Lots of these. 71.94 if I want to sell it. I'll try. 94. Alright, this we have to sell to a vendor. Forest Hoop of the Monkey, I thought for sure would have sold. There's another one at 3 gold, so we can go 299.69. Well, don't you help your kid with homework? My kid's homework is in another language. When it's English, yeah, I help them, but when most of the time it's actually quite difficult for me to help them. Though I don't suppose you were actually asking me. What do I do with Torta's gold coin? Is that a quest? It just says soulbound. Strangle kelp. Roughly 15, 16. I could go 30. Side note, ChatGPT is fantastic for helping me speak with Thai women. Way better translations and more context. I hadn't even thought of trying that. That's interesting. Thallium Hoop of the L. Huh. I can't tell if this is good or not. It is a ring, so ring stuff tends to be more valuable. Let's try 115 this time. Turtle scale helms. What are those going for? Huh? Turtle scale helm. Okay. There's none for sale. Starts at a gold. We'll go for 666. I figured where to write dialogues. I just wrote it in a mind map app and finally finished the narrative stuff I was struggling with. Ah, good. Didn't need my help after all. I've already put this on, so I can't sell it. Jagged arrow. Right, we're gonna use those. Sealed letter. Put that down here. Are we gonna use these? We are gonna use them. Not sure about the silk cloth. Definitely need the thick leather. Thick hide. Probably need heavy leather. We should upgrade. What else? This, I think we can destroy. Okay. Holiday spices. 40 silver? Why would you do that? Holiday spirits. Nothing. 5,000 gold. But if you buy for 5, I'll accept it. Right. We need a bow. I still wonder if there's a text editor with the visual representations of everything. Yeah, I told you. Brain not working now. Steam. Library. Hold on. Artisy draft. If you can get Artisy draft 3 for free. I think. I don't know. I bought mine. But you can get it. I'm 100% sure there's a free version of Artisy Draft. It gives you visual representations with branching dialogue paths and everything. So I would suggest that if you don't want to do it in a spreadsheet, which honestly is what some companies use. Like, for example, in Exile, they basically use a spreadsheet to figure out what they're going to do with all their branching dialogue and stuff. That's what I used on Wasteland 3. Met. Oh, I can get guns here. Yeah. Sell that. Accurate slugs. Okay. Still have to find a bow. Where's the Boyer? Egg hunting expert?
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
Oh, did I miss? I missed that
Glad I
whole
could
thing.
help.
Great. Oh, not relevant. Okay. Anyways, yeah, try Artersea Draft.
Sug.
When I get to a stack of 20, should I just sell it? Maybe. Ah! If we're gonna do that, let's grab this as well. Also... Where's the salt? Where is the salt? Am I missing something? What happened?
Go forth to victory.
It must be in my inventory. I don't see it though. Ah, there it is. Invincible's reigns. I don't see it at all. That's interesting. Am I using OBS? I am. Isn't it looked by length of 27 cells, or whatever the amount of English letters there is? Isn't... You mean locked? What do you mean? Are you talking about spreadsheets? They're not... You can always extend the number of cells. Once it gets to Z, it goes A A B B C C D D. So no, it's not locked. Genuinely missed your message about Artisy Draft in Discord. I believed I'm not that blind. Thanks. Well, check it out. Yeah, check out Artisy Draft.
What are you looking for?
All right, have fun at the gym. True story. Originally, the Artisy Draft people reached out to me while I was working at Spicy Horse, and they were asking me to review the pre-release version of Artisy Draft. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get to it, so I wasn't able to give them much feedback. Regret. Would have been nice. Could have had some early influence on the direction of it, and maybe save them some time too. Oh well. Rugged. There's thick leather here. Is there anything I can make right now? Let's see here. I need wildvine, but I could. Have fun, Shokasan. Wait, 1632. 848. I have 47. I could just pull one out. That would be enough for 3. I don't have... Do I have enough thick hides? I do. I never looked at jet black feathers and black pearls. Let's go look at those real quick. Fuck. Huh. Feathered breastplate. How much does that go for? 9. I think there's an opportunity to make some money here. How much are black pearls? No way. These are cheap as fuck. 12, 13, 26. Yeah, this is cheap. This is cheap, 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 cheap. Okay. We only need 2. So we'll grab that and that. And we need 40 of these, but these are stupid cheap too. These are 1 silver each. So we'll try to grab 40 at 1 silver each. Need 5 more. I'll grab this. I'll grab this. 4 cured thick hide. Do I have cured thick hide on me? I don't think I have thick hide on me. Oop, I have 4 right there. We'll grab the rest of them just in case. And then we'll go to the leather worker, and then we'll go make this. Thick hide. There it is. Oh, we should just grab all the leather stuff. Thick and rugged. Maybe the turtle scale too. Sure, why not? Why not? So we're looking for 290 there. Also got to look for the boyer so we can get a bow. Traveling gear, cloth goods, leather worker.
Strength and honor.
Okay. Thick hide first. So deep rock salt. Oh shit, that's right. 4. We'll have to buy more deep rock salt. I should really be watching the marketplace for those. We'll just upgrade these. Damn, 1 short on that. And then to make this 4 heavy silken thread. 1, 2.
Inventory is full.
Son of a bitch. Forgot to put that in the marketplace. Um. Crap.
I cannot carry any more.
Ah. I don't want to sell anything here, but oh, there you go. Better give me a skill up. Nice. All right. Now we can sell that. On the marketplace, I mean, not to a vendor. Let's see. Those sold okay. I feel like the bracers sell better than the well, anything else, I suppose. Does he not have black dye? Yes, he does. Okay. Jangdor. Okay, now what? I'd have to go find Wildvine. I don't know how much that is. 16 or 14 or what? Is it better to just upgrade everything to rugged now? Maybe it is. It's only going to get me 3. I'm not going to use up all that deep rock salt for that. Not even enough. All right, that's fine. Well, at least we're done. Wait, what was that? Sturdy rope?
Speak.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah. Tent. Sturdy rope. Okay. Give me 20 of these. Give me 40 of these. Ten linen cloth. Oh, that's the impetus there. That's going to be the one that slows me down. Simple wood, I think I can get near the front. But it would be a good time to... Since I'm trying to catch up on all my skills, this would be a good time to try and max out tenting. What do you call this? Survival. So I already saw that there was a feathered breastplate. And it was at 998.99. So we'll go 998.98. Weird names, Galligan? What? That's how you want to be known? Actually, we're gonna go 69 because it's funnier. 69, 69. Wait. Yeah. 69. Always funnier. Wicked leather bracers. Okay, hold on. It's how I was remembered, probably. Fair enough. Not going to deny you whatever you want to be recognized as. Wicked leather bracers. Lots of these. 174.64. Ooh. 64. Not great, to be honest. Oily black mouth, that's right. Oily black mouth. Extremely expensive. What is going on? 50 silver a piece, which would put 20 of them at how much? 12 gold? Huh? 1199.98, 1199. Oh, 1154.97. 1154.96 then. Hey mercenary, what's going on? I'm just auction housing things. Auctioning? I hear noises. We'll see how much longer I can. Deep rock salt. Not expensive still. $69.43 for 20. Oily Blackmouth makes free action potions, which are used in all raids, all the way up to Nax. Oh. It's more of a, I accept that's probably how people remember me more than how do I want to be. Still, I am here, been trying orc names, and use that name generator. Gotcha. How'd the name generator go? About a third done with a web shop gunpla kit. Gunpla? Gunpla? Not sure, not familiar with that. Are you printing guns? Oh, these sell for like 10 plus gold. That's pretty good. Uh-oh. What's up? Can I help you? Oh my god. I'm being invaded. Wait. Is this correct? Yeah. I see what they did. They tried to sneak in there. That's pretty scummy. Not gonna lie. Can I help you? Oh dear.
Valhalla.
What is it? Oh, what's going on? Good God. Ugh. Three people who could be watching my daughter right now. None of them intervened. Literally opened the door for her to come upstairs. What the heck? MG Epion, Sturm, and Drang from the Glory of Losers retelling of Gundam Wing. What the heck? What the heck are you talking about? How do I not have a spare bow in here? Wicked leather. Oh. Did I? Were we still deciding between these? So, 4 agility and 1 strength. It is better. It's just better. It's flat out better. 6 strength, 7 agility. 7 strength, 14 agility. This is flat out worse. So, yes, some armor, but not really relevant. Let's get that simple wood and see how many of those tents we can make. Now, as far as I recall, the wood would come... Wood would come from the inn.
Thug thug.
Huh? Thunderbolt proper. You've been struggling to come up with storyline ideas? It's like your creativity is drying up? Is there a good resolution to this? Yeah, go watch something. Go read a book. Go watch a movie. Absorb other entertainment. And then when you're done with it, I bet you all sorts of ideas will come to you. Because it's like,
May your blade never
they did this or that, but
glory.
they could have done this or that. Like, it's hard not to think of those ideas. Okay, who carries wood?
Mukra.
Not you. Huh? Hide my rank? What?
For Sylvanas.
Don't have a rank.
Blood and
up?
thunder. Mukra.
You used to do that, but it just stopped working? I don't know, man. Take a break. Don't think about it. Usually, if you feel like nothing's coming to you,
Greetings.
the best thing to do is like just to leave it alone. Come back to it later when you're rested and not thinking about it. Some of the best ideas will come to you while you're trying to sleep. You're like, I'm trying to sleep, just want to get some rest, and then like, oh shit, this is a great idea. I need to write this down. Or you can force it. Just every day at some time, try to force yourself to write. Just write down some ideas. Brainstorm shit. Don't even care what it is. Just get stuff onto paper. And if you get into that habit, it can help you be creative on spontaneously. Or at least consistently. And that's something that works for me, is basically finding a consistent time to write each day and doing it. Even if I think it's total trash and I just delete it, which happens quite a bit actually. At least you're getting something onto paper. And then when you get
What do
to
you
situations where you are being paid to do something, it's much easier. Whereas if you rely on that like creative spirit, like if you rely on that too heavily and you can't force it out of yourself, you end up in situations where you're just like dying, like, I can't make this happen. I don't know what to do. Some of it comes with in the territory of like just not being too attached to what you're writing, especially if you're writing it for someone else and like it's their story and you have to do their themes. Like, you should go through all the principles of good writing, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to meet their expectations. And so even if you feel like it's not that great, they more often than not, will love it because it is what they were looking for. Here we go. Can only use outside. I only have 20 linen cloths, so, and that's primarily for disguises. Less eldritch content, but it just doesn't come as easily. Eldritch content? So that's very specific. That's something...
Ready yet.
Wait, what just happened there?
That ability is not ready yet.
Huh? Is there a cooldown on this? What? Hours? Huh. I had no idea. Okay, that changes things a bit, I guess. Can't just sit here and grind on it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm being attacked. What? Oh my god. Anyways, for Eldritch content, you need a mood. You gotta be in the mood for that kind of stuff. Like, for me, if I'm writing Eldritch stuff, like, creativity is burning bright for Eldritch stuff, but for anything else it is dead. And I know that it is inherently bad to write for Eldritch in the environment I am writing. Oh, so you don't want to write Eldritch content. Oh, okay. So when you said less Eldritch content, you mean it's not as hard for Eldritch content. Got it. Well, okay, so if you're, like, used to writing one way, in this case for Eldritch content, you need to get in the mood to write for the other thing. I don't know what the other thing is, though. But there's a ton of content online that's, like, just mood music. And sometimes that's all it takes. So for me, like, if I'm writing upbeat high fantasy, there's, like, a couple different YouTube channels that I go to, and I just play that music, and it gets me in the mood to write that kind of stuff.
Blood and thunder.
What is this?
What you?
Ripple. I missed the previous one? Oh, I did. Oh, generally I do that force hit thing and it works, but that doesn't help, is that a lot of my ideas are over-focusing on Eldritch content, which is kind of a problem. I want to write more on my something, less Eldritch content. Right. So yeah, it's the same resolution as mood music, depending on what you're writing. Not sure I want to do this. It's a drink.
Go forth in victory.
What? Oh.
Speak.
Hinterlands.
Victory.
How many quests do I have that take me to the hinterlands? Oldemon,
Be safe.
I guess.
Speak, friend.
Shattered necklace. That looks familiar. don't know what mood music to use? You're using original soundtracks? No, don't use Undertale. What are you trying to write? Yeah, let me know what you're trying to write. Like, are you trying to write high fantasy? Is it upbeat that you're looking for? Or is it... What are you looking for? Or is it,
Are the Horde! Loktar!
like sci-fi, or...
Dub.
Like, all of them would have different answers.
Graw.
And if you already use mood music to write one way, then mood music would definitely be the answer for other directions.
Loktar.
Why am I here? I think I'm just running in circles now because of this confused me. It did. All right, we're gonna dump. Oh no, we're looking for the Boyer, which I think is in the Valley of Honor. Bah. Doom says bah. Like, you should have a collection of music that is for writing specific styles of scene. Like, if you have a really sad scene that you need to write, there's like different music for that. You definitely want to have that collection ready, especially if you are music motivated, which it sounds like you are. Nog. Arms of Legend. Would they have a bow? Let's go see.
What do you need?
They have fists. High fantasy. My writing style is writing questions, but never preach it nor force any ending. I leave it open to either disprove, ignore, or otherwise. Sometimes you gotta take a stand, man. But, yeah. For high fantasy, there's tons. Like, literally just go... search for...
What can I help you with?
There's lo-fi,
Strength and honor.
medieval, lo-fi fantasy, and there's
Greetings, man.
hey, here we go. We just need a bow, any bow. Lowest attack speed, ideal. 2.2. Okay. I'll grab that one. And we've already got the whatevers. Should I max out throwing? I don't know. Probably not. Hold on. Let me look at this. 211. It's gonna take a while. Thrown. That we could probably finish. I think we'll wait actually for that one because it's so close. I just wish I wasn't stretched thin on my writing front. Literally like 30 plot lines and none of them resolved, all happening at once. Yeah, you need to start wrapping shit up. I think it's okay. Haven't read whatever you're doing. I don't know exactly what the issue might be. This is I'm just guessing. Don't be offended. It sounds like you're in love with your characters. And you just need to start killing them off where they naturally would die. And then it'll be less of a problem. Because it sounds like you're keeping them around because you're like, oh, they could do this, like this could be awesome, but like in most cases it's just time to die. That's a crossbow. I can't believe these are different things. And yet they are. Oh my god, I hear my kid crying for me. Wow. I finally had some time and it sounds like I might not. I even bought her donuts. Roleplay format, not a book format? Oh.
Not ready yet.
People don't seem to follow the plot lines that happen. I need to wait until someone engages with them to let it finish. No, you don't. No, you don't. Finish the plot lines. If they ignore a plot line, you finish it without them. And I've done this many, many times with many an adventurer. You finish the plot line without them if they ignore it. And usually it goes pretty grim. And people die as a result of their failure to intervene. And you make them feel bad and you rub it in their face. This is we're talking tabletop RPG, right? Is that what we're talking about? That's what it sounds like. So, like, if your players are just ignoring your plot lines, finish the plot lines without them, and there are consequences for that, and make them feel it. That is the best advice I can give. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Ooh. This isn't a D&D setting, it's a weird one, kind of like unlike D&D, there isn't necessarily campaigns. Think of it like every episode of a TV show being a crossover episode with other worlds. Each person has their own world, their own lore and world. What? Oh, it's a roleplay format, not a book format. Your issue is that they don't follow the plot lines. You need to wait until someone engages. No, you don't need to wait for them.
That ability is not ready yet. Not ready yet.
If they refuse to engage with a plot line that they've already started, just have it resolve without them, and then show them what happened because they weren't there.
That ability is not ready yet.
Like, if you've got 30 rampant plot lines just lying around, tie some of them up so that you're not sitting on 30 different plot lines. Because at some point it won't make sense.
Cannot do that yet.
I wouldn't even let it go past 3, to be honest with you.
That
I'd be
ability
shutting them
is
down
not
and
ready yet.
having the orphans that they ignored explaining to them how all the matrons died or whatever.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, that's 30 is too many. Surely you can wrap some of those up without people having to engage with them.
I cannot do that yet.
Maybe I should get the quiver.
That ability is not ready yet.
One that's resolving itself is the Angels of Fallen Heaven. Most of its events are background because nobody is looking into it directly. Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't let them go unresolved for very long. Because it sounds like some of them could be quite catastrophic for the rest of the world. So you may as well wrap them up in their own way and then have the consequences of those resolutions without the players' involvement drop on their heads. That's certainly how I would approach it, because it is. There's nothing like if you want it to be a living, breathing world, and like they had an inkling of what was going on there and they chose to walk away, then drop it on them. Drop it on them at the worst possible moment.
Not ready yet. I cannot do that yet.
Guns is really low.
I cannot do that yet.
And I just realized bows are actually my top skill, because it's a troll thing. Oh, thrown is as well. The Garden of Eden nearly got nuked and nobody cared. Most don't even know. You gotta make them care. Like, very next adventure, like an angel should be falling from, like, angels. It should rain dead angels onto them. That's what I would do. Fucking dead angels raining from the sky and holy blood and shit. Like, and then a plague starts because, like, you know, all the angels are dead, so hell, the demons are taking over heaven. Like, I mean, you know, you have to. There has to be consequences to not doing these things. Like, and if they choose to ignore things or they refuse to pick up an obvious thread, which it sounds like that's the case, just drop it on their fucking heads.
That ability is not ready yet.
I understand it's not a campaign like D&D. But still, like, it sounds like it's a continuous story, and
I cannot do
there
that.
has to be consequences for ignoring things that are going on in the world. Otherwise, they will always ignore the main thing to do whatever they feel like. That's something like you have to work together to tell a cool story in a tabletop RPG of any kind. If the DM has prepared all this stuff for one thing and then they're all refusing to do it, it's like, it's
Not ready yet.
I had a concept for like a D&D cartoon that was kind of like about clueless adventurers who are constantly ignoring the main plot. And so each episode would begin with like this brutal threat and like something awful happening to important NPCs. And then meanwhile they're in the bar like arguing over dice rolls or something stupid, and and like every episode, like the main plot sort of falls into their lap again, and they choose to ignore it and keep doing the whatever dumb thing that they're obsessed with.
Not ready yet.
Could be funny if done correctly. One of your biggest plot lines does have a campaign to resolve it, and it's not a TTRPG. This is a very different format. What is the format? If it's not a tabletop role-playing game, what is it? Are you talking about,
That ability is
what do you
not
call it?
ready yet.
Live action? Is this a LARP?
I cannot do that.
Live action role-playing game?
Not ready yet.
Because then I might understand, because it's like, typically with LARPs, it's hard to find consistent players, and you're always dealing with a new set.
That ability is not ready yet. I cannot do that yet.
closer to forum roleplay? Apex
Not
roleplay?
ready yet.
It's an SC2 arcade game? StarCraft 2? Really? No, I have no idea then. I was unaware that StarCraft 2 had an RPG in it. You host a lobby and you roleplay a situation scenario. It's not a good format for long-term roleplay unless you randomly manage to grab people to do a campaign with. Which is your fault for wanting it in this format. Yeah, maybe. It sounds like you should write one-off adventures for that and save these plot lines for something else. I mean, if you ever have a tabletop role-playing group, you've already got a bunch of plot lines to run them through. It sounds like. I never got into the StarCraft 2 maps. No, I got it. RPG doesn't necessitate having to roll dice. The roleplay and role-playing game are the same things, effectively.
Not ready yet. That ability is not ready yet. Not ready yet. I cannot do that yet.
Not going to give me these last 2 points, are you?
Ready yet. That ability is not ready yet.
I'm just going to burn up these arrows then.
Ready yet.
Why is it so dumb? I guess they really don't want to give you those last 2 points.
That ability is not ready yet.
I think traditionally we've called them diceless RPGs. Because you don't roll dice. Though I've always personally enjoyed the random elements. Because it forces you to basically do live, you know, doesn't always go your way sort of thing. Live, change it up.
Not ready yet.
Just won't give me these last 2 points. I don't know what the hell's going on. Elemental attuned blade.
That ability is not ready yet.
Huh.
I cannot do that yet.
What is common with improv and, say, Elder Scrolls Oblivion? RPGs and roleplay is misnamed genres who are segregated. What? They're not segregated. They're not races. They have nothing in common except that D&D is both of them. No. Wrong. You've got it backwards. It was role-playing. It was tabletop RPGs that came first. Elder Scrolls Oblivion is an adaptation to computers of a tabletop RPG. Improv and role-playing, or rather diceless role-playing, is an adaptation of TTRPGs that removes the dice. That's where we're at. I know I bought bullets. I just can't see them in my inventory. There they are. Huh? Oh, god damn Wow, didn't get a level up on that? Oh boy.
I cannot do that yet.
Let's get this up to 200 at least. I think we'll get the rest in the field.
That ability is not ready yet. Not ready yet.
I missed and I still got a point. I can concede there, though, on the topic of multi-threaded plot lines, I do actually not know what should be resolved off-screen or not. The one campaign I have has the potential to resolve more than one plot line. All the plot lines that would make sense to resolve off-screen. So if there's a war in heaven and it's tipping one way and it was the players who were supposed to intervene, then it should tip the other way. Like, just go through all your plot lines and see which ones would resolve, and then have those consequences show up here and there. Or not, since it's not the same players anyways. You can just wrap them up and evolve the world the way that you would want to, based on those resolutions. If you want it to be consistent. I don't even know if it matters, since it's not a consistent group anyways. I mean, that sort of evolving world seems like it should be saved for an occasion where you have players who are sticking with it. The war in heaven is kind of an inevitability, which is why I've had it being resolved on its own. Yeah. That's definitely one I would resolve with or without the players. Though you could always have a call to action and maybe like a last minute possibility of coming in and intervening and doing something.
That ability is not ready yet. Not ready yet. That ability is not ready yet.
All right.
Not ready yet.
Well, I can't hit it.
I cannot do that yet.
Okay, let's go over here.
That ability is not ready yet. I cannot do that yet. Not enough energy. I do not enough energy. I do not have energy. Not enough energy. I do not have enough. The ability is not ready yet. Not enough energy. The ability is not ready yet. I do not have enough energy. Yeah. Not I cannot do that yet. I cannot do that yet. I cannot do that yet.
Damn. Mostly being targeted as a result of angels being considered dangerous to divine politics as they are too aggressive and prideful. It does sound like angels to me. Yeah, there's a lot of lore dumping going on. That's fine. Shit.
Not enough energy. I do not have.
Should have grabbed the daggers out of the...
Enough energy.
Oops. Mistake.
Enough energy.
$245. 2 more points. Honestly, I should probably not be dumping writing problems on you. Apologies. It's fine. I don't mind, but I don't have all the information necessary to help you resolve the problem. For example, if you had told me that it's not a tabletop RPG from the get-go, and it's more a role-playing situation where there's a bunch of random people involved who may or may not even know what the plot lines are, I probably would not have suggested what I did. I do it because I see few chatters and you seem active. It's a bit irresponsibly parasocial. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind silently playing, but I promised I would record everything I do, so, for this game. So I'm trying to make it a complete journey. Holy crap, what does it take to get those last 2 points? It's 244. Should have kept an intelligence scroll.
Not enough energy. I do not have energy. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. I do not have energy. Not enough energy. I do not have energy. I do not have enough.
I'm told a lot of people listen to me for ASMR,
Not
which is
enough
interesting.
energy.
I don't know what to make of that. They say I have a soothing voice. I'll take it. Damn. It's because your voice isn't harsh. It's a smooth voice that isn't ever jarring suddenly. You seem chill and thus solidify a softness of body. Well, thank you. If I have a calming effect, I'm glad that it brings comfort to some. Alright. Oh. I'm not gonna get this last point, am I? It probably doesn't matter. We can get this last point in maces later. Okay, let's move on. Noises in the background are easy to just vibe with. WoW isn't a very jarring game in sound design. Only in like Raid would be chaotic enough to off-put ASMR. That's true. I also keep the volume pretty low on it. I think the most jarring thing is when my kid decides to start banging on my door and demanding my attention. Which doesn't happen too often, because usually I don't start streaming until I've given her enough attention that I think she'll let me play for a while. Not so lucky today, unfortunately, but not too bad either. Let's see. So we're gonna dump everything in the bank that we can. Should I? Actually, we should probably crank through this mage weave and max out first aid as much as we can, if possible. So it's green, so that's not great. But I haven't found any rune cloth yet. I think that's a 50+ drop. It's still green. Can I open the bank while I do this? I can. See how much of that I can get through. Drop this off over here. Not sure why I'm holding on to this. Let's go sell that. Deep rock salt. Put that here. Turtle scales. Here. Wool cloth. No. Okay. I bought way too much sturdy rope. We will put this over here, I guess. 285, I think. No. Still green. Yeah, keep going. We're just gonna sell these bandages. Shoot. All right. We're gonna eat these. I think we're gonna end up wearing these. Thick hide. We're dumping. Heavy hide. Go away. Turtle scale. This is a quest item. This will be sold. This is a quest. These are quests. Okay. Soul. Sell. Use. 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 Using. Sell. Keep. Sell. Quest. And those are the original ones. So we'll be selling those. How do you feel about the existence of soul gems being used as a source of mana, creating golems and such of the likes as high fantasy do? It's something I've been wondering if calling it out would be good, since it's so normalized, nobody would question it unless something big happened, unless it probably shouldn't add another arc. It's kind of gross. Is it not literally soul slavery? I believe it is. Soul slavery. So it's like, who is doing this? And why are they allowed to? Should it not be a high crime? Seems kind of like a crime to me. Just saying. But who am I to judge? 15 agility in the pants. Alright. I want to get rid of these as well. So... Oh. Is that? Oh, okay. Oh, I did have Wild Vine. Shoot. Alright. We got up to 295 without even using Runecloth. That's impressive. That was a lot of heavy mage weave, but that was definitely worth it. I think we will find in the field enough mage weave and Runecloth to finish up first aid soon. Leatherworking, on the other hand, I'm a little perturbed that I forgot I had 6 wild vine. That's fine. It's fine. We're going to sell all that. This silk cloth, I guess we'll keep for now. We're holding onto the linen cloth for reasons. Rugged leather. Okay. This should go over here. We should go to the top. This I need to remind myself about. Okay. Okay. The plotline then, what? It's more like melting your soul like you would a blade to reforge it to another purpose. The plotline then with the campaign to resolve is involving a guy who is trying to do something. Something involving souls being repurposed, I'm imagining. Yeah, that's questionable. Definitely questionable. Yeah. All right. Am I going to make this switch now or later? This should just be sold because it's not better. Yeah, it's just not... I mean, it's got a lot of stamina, but it's just not good enough. And this... Not even close. It's shameful. 12 agility. That one... seems better, I guess. And these pants. We lose some... We lose a bit on that one. Ugh. These will be sold then? So... Interesting dilemma there. Okay. Okay, I think I've got this figured out. So what we'll do is we'll try these three, which will 1, 2, 3. We'll still have the +10 strength of the set of the grifters, but we won't have the parry anymore. And we'll see where our total damage is. $188 to $247. Okay. Ranged attack goes way up, but regular stays the same. And I'm guessing that crit goes up. I'm hoping crit goes up, because that might justify the switch. Yeah. Well, pretty much a whole %. Yeah. Almost. Does dodge go up to 24%? 2 points almost. Alright, I've convinced myself. I'm going to make the switch. And then these will be sold. Finally, we say goodbye to the Grifters set. An unfortunate name for overpowered gear that carried me for far too long. That copy-paste shouldn't have been overwritten. What? Some of your messages aren't going through? I don't know. YouTube's weird. Maybe it's not liking something that you're saying. Make sure there's nothing controversial in there. Don't say the N-word or the G-word. Not that I think you are, I'm just saying. Alright, what was I doing? Shoot. Oh, right. Now we have to put armor on. This. Yeah, it involves, you know, the mass murder of people over in a certain area. You know what I mean.
I cannot use that.
Alright, I can switch out one more piece of gear that is grifters before it becomes a problem. Yeah, that. You got it. You know what I'm talking about. Like the bad run of Undertale. There you go. You understand.
Loktar.
Okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. Back to the hinterlands, I think. I don't know why I thought I had mail. Let's sell all this trash. Do these sell in the auction house? There's no way. Can anyone use them? No, you have to have first aid. Yeah, there's no way anyone would buy these. Not a chance. Heavy mage weave. Bandage. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Why would people buy these? These aren't cheaper than the stuff you can get outside the arena, are they? It makes no sense. No sense at all. All of these are soulbound, correct? Guess I could sell the wool cloth. Wool cloth. To a vendor, clearly. Alright, whatever. Since it won't let me talk anymore on anything I've been wanting to ask, did you ever have a favorite old god of the four? Yours would be Isharj. Isharj. Are these the Warcraft old gods? Because I don't even know who they are. Let's be real. 1 gold, 20 silver. Hold on. 1 gold, 20 silver. Were they selling for less than that? No. No, I'm crazy. Wait, what's that? No. No. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, back to the hinterlands. Wait, what was I doing in the quests? Oh, I was trying to get into Moradon. Let's see how that's going. Whoops. Yeah, not great. Not great. Oh. Bow before the auctioneer. Rally me! Nice. Nice. Good timing. Let's see if we can maximize the use of this buff. And Zoth is the weakest, but the one behind almost everything that's happened in WoW lore. No idea. Who do you fight in Warcraft 3? Cthulhu? That's the only one I even knew about. Why are you short-circuiting? I don't know, man. Relax. Yeah, I had all sorts of hinterlands quests. Why does everyone want me to go to the hinterlands? It's kind of strange. There's an old god that shows up in Warcraft 3. You fight it in the Frozen Throne. It's when Arthas goes into the brain dump, where the insect people are. Shit. What's it called? Nerubian. Neruvian? Nerubian. Nerubian City. And he looks like Cthulhu. That's the Forgotten One. Forgotten Ones are old god fortresses. Likely belonging to Yogg-Saron, but isn't an old god himself. Oh. Well, that shows you how much I understand about Warcraft lore. Would you believe it that none of that lore was written down anywhere for us to peruse at the time that we were making Warcraft 3? So we just kind of made shit up as we went. All of my levels have like references and stuff that probably wouldn't make any sense unless people later on in World of Warcraft played my map and then decided that that was part of the lore. Necklace recovery. Uh-huh. Ogrimmar. Ajara. Not yet. Elder Rise and Thunder Bluff. I could have done that. What else we got? Hinterlands again. I can guess it was made up during WoW. I was thinking maybe you followed some WoW lore because the WoW old gods are very important to it, being the primary final antagonists just before the Void Lords. Nope. No idea. Very little interest. Honestly, during Classic, I was involved quite heavily, but everything was being made at that time, and I left before it finished, so I don't know. I just didn't get that deep into the lore, and Metzen was very tight with the lore. Like, he didn't... how to put this? Wasn't big on sharing the burden, if that makes sense. Alright, what am I going to drop here? I don't want to... Well... Bagram Village. That's definitely getting abandoned. Alright, what do you got for me? Yep. I'll do that. Okay. So we need to watch one timer over here. 1 hour and 4 minutes. But otherwise, I think we're killing turtles? Or should we go do the quests? We should go do the quests, I guess. We do need the leather, but... You know, no, I guess we'll... Yeah, we'll kill turtles. It's easy. It's fun. Have I ever seen the Divine Politics map? I think I have. Is that the one where, like, they're like, ha ha ha, people think it's like this, but it's actually like this, and we are so clever, ha ha ha. Is that what you're talking about?
Not enough energy.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's silly. Honestly, it's silly. Demon slaying. I think it was definitely an insecure writer who was like, haha, I'll show everyone how clever I am. There's a lot of that in WoW, to be honest with you. It's kind of frustrating. It's like, dude, chill, you're writing for WoW. Who you trying to prove shit to? Like, calm down. Light, disorder, death, shadow, order, life. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Damn, with these major buffs on, this is kind of a cakewalk now. Also, I'm level 49, so I guess these should be easy. Or at least, relatively speaking, easy. Oh, shit. Using that, we figured out we'd see the Shadowlands before the expansion would be announced, though what really bothers me is how they decided Azeroth is an insta-win button. Not sure I'm following on that.
It is too far away.
Titans never made much sense being separated from the mortal overworld. See, you're in deep in the lore that I don't even care about anymore. I wish I could care, but it's tough. Is the unfortunate reality. I've had too many. I just don't care about Warcraft anymore. And
I am out of range.
I don't mind having fun with it. Like I don't mind. Like I enjoy writing stuff for Turtle WoW, for the radio and stuff. But it's the main lore, like the modern stuff, just puts me off. Like I don't even like hearing about it, to be honest. Titans never made much sense. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Like, how are they separated from the mortal world? No, it's alright. I understand, like, people generally watch me because they're interested in Warcraft in general. But it's hard for people to understand, like, when I was working on the game, like, most of this in-depth lore didn't exist. It was like a bare bones real-time strategy world based on factional fighting and loosely built on lore that was literally created because Games Workshop didn't want to give Silicon and Synapse the license to Warhammer. So it's built on that. Like you can, if you look at the Warcraft 1 manual, you can see just how much stuff they took from Warhammer as inspiration. So much so that during the development of Warcraft 3, they literally came around with like a book of like objects and items and words that we couldn't use because it would potentially create a lawsuit against us. Which is not terribly fun.
I need to get close.
The rumor StarCraft 1 and Warcraft are both failed 40k games is true? No. The rumor that they're not failed games. The original intent for Warcraft 1 was to get the Games Workshop license for Warhammer. They wanted to build an RTS in the Warhammer universe. And Warcraft is the result of them not being able to get that. And then once they built Warcraft, like, why bother? Why bother with Warhammer 40k? Just make your own. So StarCraft is heavily inspired by Warhammer 40k. And that should be obvious to anyone. But to call them failed Warhammer games is very unfair. Yeah, Warcraft 1 failed to get the Warhammer license. It's fair to say that, but they didn't need it anymore for Warcraft 2, and they certainly didn't need it for StarCraft, so it's not fair to say it after that. But I encourage everyone to go back and read the Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2 manuals. It's a very different game than Warcraft 3. Oh, shit. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was a Slack notification. I have to pay attention to these. You will not be able to see that, unfortunately, so... Or actually, probably fortunately for me. Whoops, just shut down a Slack. And it was not important. All right, carrying on. always thought it was unique enough to be distinct, and some people who disliked it because they were stealing 40k and failed to keep it in order. Yeah, they never got it. Games Workshop, and I'm 100% certain they are forever kicking themselves in the ass for this. They did not want to go into computer games. They did not see the draw of an RTS computer game in the Warhammer license. So if anything, they fucked up. Because they could have had Warcraft, and it would have had the Warhammer license, and I bet you it would have been even more popular right away. But if they were short-sighted enough not to see the value, then they were also short-sighted enough to do something stupid after the fact. Just like Hasbro has with Baldur's Gate. Because now they are on the hunt for another studio to make a new Baldur's Gate. And they're like, oh, it'll be coming soon. But they have no fucking idea if they're even going to be able to find anyone to do it. So they're full of shit. Please don't mention Warcraft and Warcraft 2. I still wake up in a sweat thinking it could have been in the modern Reforged engine. It is! You can play Chronicles of the Second War. You don't have to wait for Blizzard to do anything. It's already there. And it's probably better than anything they will do. Not joking. And you should play Warcraft 3 Reforged. Because what Insane Monster did with the original levels is actually extremely impressive, and everyone should play it. And I endorse it as better than the original campaigns. Like everything from cinematics and everything else. It's 100% worth playing. It is, if you can catch it on sale, it is worth buying Warcraft 3 Reforged just to play Reforged. Unfortunately, it hasn't finished it all, and probably won't for some time, so there's that. But at the very least, the entire human campaign is there, and I think... I'm actually not sure where he is in the Undead campaign, but he's moving along, so... He will eventually complete... Oh my god, some part of that.
I am out of this is too far away. I am out of range.
Which way is he? He's going that way, right? Well, he's kind of... Does he go on this side? Oh, he does. No, he doesn't. Oh, it's a fake out. What a dick. Oh. Hmm.
Do not have a target. I do not have not enough. I do not have enough.
Alright, see you later. Oh, wait, you mean you're returning now, or you will be returning after the gym? It's still mildly funny to me that you're fighting right now as technically a Tarask. This is a Tarask? Turtles or Tarasks? Wait, what's a Tarask? Isn't that a D&D thing?
Not enough energy.
Everything is always more nuanced than people portray it. Everyone has their agenda, and they try to present things as part of their narrative. So it's always important, whenever someone tells you something, that you sort of go, Sure, but what? How do you feel about this thing? Because then that'll tell you a lot. If someone hates something, they're going to portray it in the most negative light possible. And that's why you can almost never trust someone's interpretation of things. Terras are dragon turtles, a mythological entity. What do you mean? I've seen dragon turtles in real life. I think they're just called snapping turtles, but they basically look like this. The cosmic forces for the recent WoW Lord just overcomplicates things, but better than the Void vs Light crap from Battle for Azeroth. Too much like Diablo's Heaven versus Hell thing. Yes. Yeah. It's because they keep trying to up the stakes, and it just becomes silly at some point.
I cannot do that yet. Not ready.
Ah! Apologies if I seem negative. No, I wasn't saying you. I'm just saying be careful whenever someone tells you information, try to interpret the reasoning behind it. And if they come to you and they are very negative about something, then you have to take anything they say about any particular topic with a grain of salt. That's all. I'm trying to make a general lesson of it rather than... I'm not calling you out. That's what I'm trying to say. D&D corrupts a lot of concepts. Yeah, probably. I hope back when Warcraft Reforged released, people would make their own campaigns, and at one point it would lead to all of World of Warcraft lore to be done in the RTS. Reforged takes into account World of Warcraft lore. A large part of it. Not all of it, but he definitely pays attention to that stuff way more than I would, to be honest with you. Your Light versus Void thing got rebooted by Christy Golden. Oh, I see. It's just too small. It didn't have to be. It could be all sorts of things in the Void and in the Light. I mean, that's part of the problem, is like when you broad brush things to get them done, often they're overly simplistic. And then later on, when you have to go back and like fix it up, it doesn't necessarily make sense. Did I hit 50 yet? No, I didn't. Damn it. She was the one who allegedly thought of that? It makes the Burning Legion second fiddle. Ah, I see. Well, that's just an inherent problem of all World of Warcraft lore, is that... Is this good? 33 arcane spell damage. Huh. Can't tell if that's good or not.
I need to get closer. I am out of range. It's too late.
Oh, didn't realize that canceled it. Excuse me. Stunning and inflicting heavy damage on demons. It's quite specific, but that's interesting. Just a damn shame about Reforged. Yes, it is. I'm still mad about it. Not really. I mean, yeah, a little bit. Nothing I can do, though. So, just have to let it go.
Out of range. I cannot do that yet. Not enough energy. Not ready. I do not have a target.
Probably could have gone for a third. The Burning Legion. I spent about 7 million gold buying tokens for BattleNet credits to buy the collector's edition for your buddies. It was a wasted investment. Sorry. The Burning Legion existing just to stop the Shadow is kind of understandable, but it felt like the Shadow wasn't important outside of backstory or things happening. Because it was invented just for that. Like, it wasn't there at all. It didn't exist. It just, that's why it felt so false and bad, and like... And then Uther being there kind of diminished his whole arc. And then the light being not necessarily good or evil, but some sort of weird neutral faction that could be used for both. Like, it muddied the waters so much that it stopped being Warcraft at some point, or at least the Warcraft that we understood. And I have no problem with a universe expanding and, like, things being revealed, but those things had to be built up. They always had to be there in the background. These things were not there. Those didn't exist. And I know it for a fact because I was there when it was being written. Or rather, I was there when it wasn't written yet. And if it wasn't written yet when the original backlore was made, then it doesn't really exist in the world. So, yeah. Not a fan of that. They just made it up as it goes. Yeah, because they were stuck in this inevitable cycle of having to constantly one-up the whatever big bad came before. And at some point it just becomes silly. Like, for me, the jailer saying that there was a bigger threat was effectively the same as the Star Wars line where Poe Dameron is like, somehow Palpatine returned. Like, it's like, really? Come on. Or the Void Walkers were demons for a long time until they weren't. I don't even know about that. Invented in lore, not in writing, yeah. There's Burning Crusade, you have the Void Walkers like Dimensius, and they didn't have any elaboration, but Dimensius wasn't part of the Burning Legion. You're speaking Greek to me now, like, this is way beyond anything I know in the lore. That's the problem, I guess. Hey! Did it. Alright. Now we can get this in our offhand. Alright. The temptation is to go back to Orgrimmar right now, but it actually would be better not to. Here's a question. Nope. That is garbage, relatively speaking. Thank you, thank you. That's all the leather I got from a whole double pass? That's weird. Oh. Jailer being the secret big bad of the entire Warcraft 3 saga. Come on, that's like bad fan fiction. Yeah, it was bad fan fiction. It's quite literally bad fan fiction. It was literally, and I don't even know who, it was some writer at working on the game who decided, like, I'm going to show everyone how clever I am. I'm going to write a big evil who was behind everything that ever came before. Not realizing that that doesn't make you clever or the villain interesting. It is a retcon that diminishes the impact of everything that came before and ruins your own lore. Like, it's a mistake. Don't fucking do that. But, like, too late, I guess? Are they running with it? I don't even know. It's just big dumb. Big dumb. Alright, we don't need this anymore, do we? Made by Marky. Sorry, Marky. Thanks for the sword. It was wonderful for the long time that I used it. He played the Burning Legion and Sargeras like a fiddle. Yeah, and Arthas and Kel'Thuzad and everyone else. Like, it just doesn't, no, it doesn't work at all. It just doesn't work. It was a writer trying to prove they were clever, and it's actually just demonstrated deep-seated insecurity. That's all it did. Is it? Should I have done that? I don't know. Humanoid, giant, beast, and dragonkin. Can't decide. Fuck it. Don't have to think about it. It's just extra damage. Don't have to look for extra points or anything. I don't know. That's lazy. That's very lazy. Alright, I came over here to cook fish, actually. Oh, I'm already maxed out. Doesn't matter. It kind of made sense for old gods to be behind a lot of WoW lore, but then they randomly retconned that we as mortals perma-killed every old god we fought instead of avatars of them. And that Enzoth did it all. That really said F you for waiting for Cthulhu to return. Yeah. Already pissed that I wasted 7 million gold in BFA for Reforged. Doubly pissed when Blizzard removed the 5 million gold mount that you had in AH. Ouch. For you, Shadowlands could have been the big redemption arc. Arthas deserved, like Illidan did in Legion, but the shoehorned Anduin in, even though Sylvanas and Arthas had so much potential conflict. Yeah, they did Arthas dirty, but I don't think he should have been redeemed at any point. There's no point in redeeming Arthas. In fact, the whole point was that he was not someone who could be redeemed. Which I know people are not terribly big fans of, but it's kind of the point of his character. Could have bought that mount for convenience, but you know what they said about Reforged. Refunded! Yeah. Anduin is a bad character? Yes. Can't disagree. He seemed quite undercooked to me, but I don't know. I'm definitely biased. Alright, we're not going to sell these. We're definitely keeping this. I know I can get good money for this. I think I can get good money for this. This, I can get slightly more in the auction house, but I think that'll be my go-to to sell. This I feel like I should sell, but I don't know what plus 33 arcane spell damage means. and if that's good or not. Sounds good. Ish. I guess. Alright, has it been an hour? No, 35 minutes left. Can't believe it's a 2-hour cooldown. That's insane. I'm gonna have to get more linen cloth though. Didn't think about that. I should have been collecting it the whole time. It's worse when Sylvanas told Arthas to be forgotten. Oh yeah, where he's like a little, this is all that's left of your soul, and it's like a little light moat. So it was kind of a silly scene. Imagine writing over 8/10 of Sylvanas' lore in books and making none of the game events make sense, making everyone hate the writing. Well, yes. So one of the issues with... okay, this is not an attack on anyone at Blizzard in terms of... This is oversight that happens when you're a writer and not a narrative designer. So in game design, there are narrative designers and there are writers. Writers just write, but narrative designers think about the gameplay and the player experience and how the writing interacts with all of the elements of the story and how it is revealed to the player. The problem when you put a writer, like someone who's only worked on novels and stuff, in charge of a game, is that they forget the player experience. They don't understand the player experience typically. Some of them never even play games. Don't know if that's the case here, but I do have suspicions. Either way, the end result is that you get they know things, the writer knows things, but the player does not, and they forget that there's a difference. So they just assume the player knows all the writing and has read all the books and then writes it that way. And that's a terrible way to do it. You cannot do that. You must assume the player knows nothing and that they're starting from scratch in every situation. And make the story important to them from that perspective. And if you don't do that, you failed as a narrative designer. And my suspicion is simply that they were not narrative designers on the project. Could be wrong. Wasn't that?
Not enough energy.
I did not put my poisons on. And having his sister Kalia have a last conversation with him before he would be in the maw forever instead of Sylvanas. I don't know about that. While the redemption arc for Arthas would have included him resolving his relationship with Jaina, coming to terms with what he has done in Lordaeron and walking the afterlife for all eternity. No. That's not Arthas. Arthas does not resolve conflicts that way. Arthas does not forgive. Arthas does not forget. The point of Arthas is irredeemable, savage vengeance. The only way to resolve Arthas' storyline should have been between him and Sylvanas. And it should have been with him continuing his vengeance arc and basically like, you know, I should have killed you, bitch. And her going, and her forgiving him. Going, you know, I understand the evil that you became. I've tasted it myself and felt the pull towards that. Towards vengeance. What I do here today is simply to end your reign of terror. I do this without any vengeance in mind. This is not revenge. This is putting something right. That's what it should have been. That's the whole juxtaposition between Sylvanas and Arthas. That's the whole point of her character. It's the whole point of the whole fucking thing. But whatever. Wasn't the evil savage part of Arthas in reality Ner'zhul's doing? No! No! No, it was not. You played the culling. He genocided an entire freaking city of people
Enough energy.
just for vengeance. Had nothing to do with Ner'zhul. I mean, Ner'zhul baited him into going there, but Arthas was gung-ho the whole way. Ignored all his friends, ignored every warning. The I am better than you forgetting the you are still a threat to be put down bit always bothers me in modern writing. I'm glad you have the concept of it. Yeah, exactly. Sylvanas, it wasn't that Sylvanas was better than him. It was simply that he was on the path of vengeance and she was going in that direction. And then, like, they kind of tried to do it anyways, but it didn't work. But, like, she was redeemable, whereas Arthas was not, and that's the difference between the two. He chose his path, she was forced down it, and then she almost caved to bitterness and anger and vengeance, whereas he embraced it. But then the whole burning of the world tree, and I don't know, it's all fun. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't even want to discuss it further. They made so many wrong turns that it's hard to process sometimes. It's the result of so many different writers taking a stab at it, I guess. I don't even know what quest this is, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue it. Are these part of the quest? These don't have rabies, do they? I don't think so. Wow. To be fair on Stratholme, he wasn't doing it out of revenge yet. He was doing it because he saw the undead were going... No, he was doing it for revenge. It was revenge already when he got to the city. He was fooling himself. Like, he was trying to convince himself that it wasn't, but it was. Like, the moment he turned on Uther and Jaina, it was about revenge more than anything else. People forget that scene. Like, I know it intimately well just because I fucking sat there for multiple days refining that cinematic and over, getting the camera angle just right on the hill. There's actually a lightning strike that's supposed to happen in the background that I never got working. I don't know why. Anyways, point being, if you watch that scene now as an adult, and I understand, like, a lot of people played Warcraft 3 when they were like a kid, so they didn't pick up on a lot of the stuff in the dialogue, but Arthas is going down the path of irredeemable evil right then and there in the Culling. Arthas did not burn down Stratholme. He didn't. If you watch the next cinematic, the city is half on fire. He didn't stay. He was chasing his revenge. Like, that's the whole point. And it's Uther and Jaina show up in burning Stratholme with there's still people alive. He didn't kill everyone like he wanted to. They're burning the corpses. None of Arthas's men are there burning the corpses. It's villagers who were left over. Like, everything about that aftermath cinematic is telling you that Arthas was on a path of irredeemable. He was very narrow-minded, but it really wasn't about saving anyone. Like, in my opinion, this is not canon, but in my opinion, I think that once Arthas picked up the sword, Frostmourne, he could have continued. Like, we just say he went insane. Like, he loses the last vestiges of his sanity, which I think is lame.
I do not have a target.
It should have been... Why are these not skinnable? It should have been that he believed turning his people undead was the best way to save them from the Burning Legion. Like, he could have even continued that irredeemable evil path.
I do not.
His justifications. Because you know the thing about evil people, narcissists who believe they can do no wrong, is that they always have an excuse. They always have an excuse for why they're doing whatever evil bullshit they're doing. And that shouldn't have changed once he became more evil. Another subject to ask about, how do you feel about evil light God? I feel it's a cool idea, but some people make the correction from all God and all light is good sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Like, is it even a god at that point? It's just a power source. Really. It's a talking power source. It's not really a god. Because it doesn't do anything. It just allows people to channel it. And it doesn't care if it's good or bad. It just cares that it's being used, right? Actually, I have no idea. Like, I don't even know what the lore is behind the light is anymore. It used to be a stand-in for God in Warcraft 2. Damn.
I do not have a target.
You don't mean in WoW lore, you mean in general writing? Oh. Oops. Oh, I'm okay with it. I mean, it's fine. As long as it's established relatively early on and makes sense within the story, it's all good. Whatever works for that world, I suppose. You thought Arthas deserved a redemption arc like Illidan did because he wanted to create an army against the Burning Legion, so him and Illidan had the same idea but different approaches. Right. After all, it was Ner'zhul that whispered into Arthas' head to prepare an army against the Burning Legion. Sure. If they had done that, maybe there's a redemption arc there, but they didn't. So in all reality, it really was always about revenge for Arthas. Everything he did was about revenge and gaining power for himself. So there's really no redemption arc to be had on that character. And clearly the Warcraft writers didn't know what to do with it, so they just sort of made him inconsequential. Whoops, don't do that yet. Hollow Knight had a good Evil Light writing. Evil Light versus Free Light, or just Light versus Pale? I'm in the weeds on that one. I'm not familiar with Hollow Knight. Other than knowing what it is, that it's a side-scrolling game, but never played it. 40 metallic fragments. Jesus H. What is the other quest I'm supposed to be looking for over here? Is this a wildkin? No, guess not. Did that work? No, it did not. Kill 10. Hold on. Did it do something? It says 0. There's 2 here. Did seem to do something, but it still says 0. So I'm thinking these count, but don't count. I don't know what to do with this. 4. That's where I usually put things. 4F. Ah, shoot. Hollow Knight is a game where you play as a bug in a fallen bug society that used to worship the Pale King as their leader, but now the Pale King is dead and okay, what the heck? Giant evil moth versus you. Primitive animal beast. Where are these wildkin that I'm supposed to find? Wildkin. Kill 10. 10 wildkin. Shadra Allure. No, I've been in here. That's not it. Huh. Uh-oh. Vicious owl beast. I think Arthas was like an avatar for Ner'zhul to fight the Burning Legion. Besides his initial doings before he went to Northrend, Arthas was indeed irredeemable, but he had to. He was split on that. I don't... What? Is your inventory full? Sure is. Are you saying that would have picked that up if I hadn't? Oh. Let's go... Let's kill that, and then we'll test it on there. Maybe that'll help. Thanks. Go back to the wildkin who were dropping metal bits. Later, school's ends. You're not annoying, don't worry about it.
Energy. I do not have a target.
I do have a target. Okay. Wonder how long I would have gone not knowing. Looking for the named wildkin. Yeah, I don't know. As he's written in the story, Arthas is not redeemable. There's maybe an alternate timeline where he is, but not in Warcraft 3 as he's written.
Energy.
I think Arthas is a very tragic individual. He wanted to do good and right, but did it in the most unfortunate way. No one saw the whole picture during Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne, neither did Arthas. Well, it's like this. If everyone you know and love is telling you that you're doing something wrong and you ignore them and do it anyways, generally speaking, probably on the wrong path. And even if you don't know necessarily
Do not have enough.
the outcome of everything, you do know when you are, what you are doing is bad. So, as written in Warcraft 3, Arthas is not a redeemable character. At any point... Oh. How the frick? At any point before he takes up the sword, if he had hesitated or thought maybe what I'm doing is wrong,
It is
but there's a point after the culling where he's just... He's too far in. And no longer cares. Sylvanas with a bigger body count, like Cosmic Numbers, is still redeemable. She's redeemable from Warcraft 3, yes. By the end of the Frozen Throne and the beginning of Warcraft Classic, she's totally redeemable character. After that, I don't fucking know anymore. And I don't care because I don't consider any of that canon anyways. Yeah? Hello? But Arthas, as written in Warcraft 3, not a redeemable character. Not at all. Huh? What? You took a shower? Great. What? Need me now? Why? Aren't you just gonna watch a show? You want me to watch a show with you or something? You're gonna give me a massage? Yeah? Where's Cat? Where's Cat? Cat? She downstairs? You gonna go get her? Can you close my door? My time's almost up. I do want to finish this quest though. Or at least get these last bits. Since there's just one more. The Shadowlands, I think, glad I quit. Yeah, that was terrible. Objectively awful. Speaking of irredeemable endings. Shadowlands. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just so bad.
It is still.
There's no rewriting that either. They just really effed themselves with that one. I don't know what to say. Can I pull all three of these? Let's try. Are you mad at me? Go wash your face. What were you eating? Why is your face covered in, what is that, chocolate? Who gave that to you? Where did you get it? You grabbing me? Oh, you're demanding my attention. Go wash your face. You've got stuff on your face. What is this? Shit, now she's pouting. Alright, I'm gonna go run to the town. I would like to get these last metallic fragments, but I guess that'll have to wait. Everyone told Arthas what he was doing is wrong for all the right reasons, but no one knew what was coming. For that scenario in Warcraft 3, Arthas did absolutely the worst thing possible. Yes, exactly. And it's all in the story too. Like, he should have known that it was wrong, because Uther, all along the way, Uther warns him about every step of the issue. Like, every time one of our soldiers falls, they become, you know, a member of the undead. So what does killing an entire town do? Huh? What is this? Oh, it's... Oh, Cat needs this. You should give this to Cat. Whoops. Just aggroed something. Yeah, and Uther's the one who No, I'm being chased. Uther's the one who tells him, like, you know, vengeance must not be a part of what we do, and, like, basically Uther warns him every step of the way, and at the culling, he's like, there has to be another way, and before he can even think of what another way might be, Arthas is, like, accusing him of treason. Like, watch the culling cinematic, because that's the most crucial element. Everyone's like, oh, well, if Uther and Jada had thought of another way, then blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no. Arthas did not even give them a chance to think of any other possibility. And that's the point. He was so impetuous and impulsive and vengeful that he wouldn't even consider the possibility of another option. That's where he fell. And he fell to all the vices that Uther warned him about along the way. It's called foreshadowing. And if the story is written any other way, where that's not what causes his downfall, then it's not a good story. It's only a compelling story because we foreshadowed all that stuff, or Metzen foreshadowed all that stuff, and it came to fruition in the culling. Blarg. The problem when no one pulled rank on Arthas? He's the prince! That's the problem. He's the son of the king. You can't pull rank on him. Like, no, like, Uther was the ranking member of the Paladin Order, and as a result, Arthas is just like, okay, fuck your paladins. They're disbanded from service, like a little nepo piece of shit. I'm on human campaign of Re-Reforged now. It's great. Yeah, the culling in the Re-Reforged is even better than the original culling. Yes, it was my level. But yeah, it was even better. Whoops, don't do that. Go turn this in. I think she's reaching a melting point and I need to get over there.
What you want? See ya.
Nothing in the mail. Alright, great. Oh, alright everyone, I've got to go. You are not my king yet, boy, nor would I obey that order even if you were. Exactly. I still think Uther fucked up in Stratholme. He didn't oppose Arthas there. No, listen. Think about it. Uther stands up to Arthas. What are the possible outcomes? Number one. What's he going to do? Try to arrest him? Then it would be Arthas's men versus Uther and his paladins. Right there. A civil war. Right in front of fucking Mal'Ganis and his forming army. Insane. No. Absolutely wrong. Uther cannot stand up to him there. So what was the other option? Well, say, hey, let's think of another way. Let's do something. Arthas said, no, you're disbanded. Get out of my sight. Go away. Didn't give him the chance. So the only thing he could do was obey the order. Go back home and try to convince King Taranis, hey, your son's out of control. We got to do something about him. And he did. He did convince him. And so they tried to get Arthas back. But at that point, he was in Northrend, and it was too late. Threaten Arthas that he will sit out of raids for 4 months. Yeah, that would work in the World of Warcraft. Uther did literally nothing. Well, no. Uther went back to King Taranis and said, "We've got to stop your son. He's murdering people." So no, Uther did not do nothing. Anyways, I've had this conversation so many times. I have a whole video about Arthas did nothing wrong. You can go look that up and yell at me there if you like. definitely read the description, because there's like 10 more points I have about how Arthas was wrong in the description of that video. And if you go into the comments where I'm arguing with like a bunch of different people, there's like 50 more reasons why Arthas was wrong. There's no... The way the story is written, and it was written this way, Arthas was not doing the right thing at the culling, and that's the point of the story. If he's doing the correct thing at the culling, then he's not falling to evil, and the whole point of the story is just destroyed. You're just ribbing me? Don't rib me! This shit gets me fired up. Alright, guys, I gotta go. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you next time.